Okay, so Azalea, do you want to talk to this guy?
No, we can debate philosophy. When I'm like a philosopher, let's debate philosophy.
Have fun with this. Sounds like one of those anime bros.
He sounds like an anime bro.
You have anime on your profile picture right now.
What are you saying?
So when you say pro-choice is irrational, what does irrational mean?
Go ahead and take it, Azalea. I'm gonna do something really quickly.
What are you writing? What does irrational mean? What does the word irrational mean?
What you're saying is that pro-choicers don't have substantive justification as to why the vast majority of abortions are morally permissible.
So it's epistemology.
Abortions are morally permissible.
So it's epistemology.
Just give the argument.
Wait, so what's the epistemic criteria for something irrational?
Give the argument.
What's the epistemic criteria for something
Whatever
irrational?
you think your criteria is, that justifies.
No, so that's subjective. You need an objective criteria. There must be objective
That's
criteria.
begging the question. Give the argument.
So irrational. Irrational is the apophatic ability to judge for truth, meaning that this is an invalid
I can
truth.
understand what you're saying. Can you slow down?
If you
So
think that
if you understand the transcendental truth, there's five
We'll get to you in a second.
transcendentals. Truth is one of them, and if you say
Is it
the
okay?
negation of truth is irrational. So what about pro-choice
Are you
irrational?
okay?
What's the argument? Your
Are
proposition.
you okay? Calm down.
What's the proposition? What's the modus ponens? Give us
I'm
syllogism.
asking you for the argument.
No.
So you can stop
said-
stuttering around
you
and go ahead
said
and give the
pro-choice
argument
is
that
irrational.
justifies that the vast majority of
You
abortions
said
are morally
pro-choice is
permissible.
irrational.
Go ahead.
You said pro-choice is
Are you
irrational.
going to keep cutting me off every time I speak?
No,
So
you made a
bye-bye.
claim. What's the argument?
Go ahead and give the argument.
What's the You're the
What
one
do you
who's
think the host was asking for when you joined?
The proposition is displayed.
Sorry, can
said
you repeat
pro-choice is
what the host
irrational,
was
right?
asking for
What's
when
the
you joined?
argument? What's
Can
the
you
modus
repeat what the
ponens?
host was asking for? when
Give
you
a
joined?
modus ponens or modus
I didn't
ponens.
think
Go
that you
ahead.
could repeat it, but I'm going to give you one more try.
You want to
Can
argue
you
your
repeat
Socratic
what the
method?
host
We can
asked you when you
debate.
joined?
Okay, obviously this
Or can you
female
not
has no idea what
engage?
she's talking about. She has no philosophical mind.
Okay, that's
Her
fine.
epistemic criteria
You
is
just
like
can't answer questions. Got it. Huddy, how old are you? You have to unmute your mic.
I'm 19.
Are you pro-choice?
No, I had something to say to Ahmed.
Okay, you're pro-life?
Yeah.
Okay. Host is limiting the co-host he has right now, so I'm just going to drop you, but thanks for coming up.
Yep.
If you're pro-choice, join the guest request box.
Okay, I'm back. What happened to the other guy?
Make me go through that bullshit.
I had to go do something. What did he get kicked?
He wouldn't stop cutting me off. I kept asking for the argument, and every time I would speak, he would just cut me off. So I just kicked him.
Okay. Let's see. Let me try debating him. Let's see what he has to say.
yeah. So you said pro-choice is irrational, right? What's irrational?
Yeah. So generally what's meant by irrational is just the view that the belief in the proposition that abortions are moral has no good reasons in favor of it. Hence
That's
why
what
that's
irrational means.
the belief.
That's not irrational. I mean, you believe in PSRs.
You asked me what I meant by irrational.
No. That's not.
Wait, true or false? Did you ask me what I meant?
No, that asks you what does irrational mean, not how you take it.
Yeah, so you asked me what I meant by the term,
is
right?
univocal. There's no equivocal sense. Even if you can
Just calm down. Did you ask me what I mean? Yes or no?
Notions. So
Did you
listen,
ask-
if you're saying
Look,
that
I know you just learned
PSRs,
philosophy like yesterday. So the question that I asked you was this.
if you believe in
Did you
PSRs,
ask
the
me if I
principle
meant-
sufficient reason that every proposition.
Just calm down. Okay. So I understand why Azalea kicked you down.
Anyway.
So the question that I asked you was very simple. Yes or no? Did you ask me what I meant by the term when I said irrational? Yes or no?
No, I asked what does rational per se mean, but it's per se, not how you objectify.
No, you didn't ask me what per
I
se
never
means.
asked
You
for
just
your
asked that.
definition.
No, you didn't even
Nobody
use the word per
asked
se
for
up
your
until this
subjective
point. Look at you
definition.
being bad faith in real time. You never
Now
said the word per
listen,
se.
you mentioned a reason, right?
Look at you lying and acting.
Why are you running? Why are you running?
I'm not running. You're lying in real time
Don't
right
run away
now as
from
we
me.
speak. You're getting caught in a
So
lie.
when it comes to a principle of sufficient
You asked me what
reason
irrational meant.
for every
You didn't ask me
case,
what-
right?
you didn't
You
ask me-
believe
you
a
didn't ask me-
liveness
You didn't ask me what
law for
irrational
sufficient
meant.
reason.
Just calm down. So I want to note the
Liveness law
fact that you're getting.
sufficient.
Calm down. I want to note the fact that you're getting
Ask for your-
caught in a lie in real time right now as we speak, right? So you never asked me what irrational meant per se, right? If you're talking about the per se and per accidence distinction, that has to deal with something totally different. You didn't ask me that.
Oh, per
You asked me
se is-
what I meant. Just
It's in virtue of itself.
calm down. Just calm down. You asked me what I meant by the term that I was using. Now, unless you think that there are objective facts, right, that fix meaning, right, or the property of meaning, then you just committed a blunder, right? The blunder was that you said that's not what it means when you asked me what I meant by the term that I used, okay? So you never said per se. You said that after you realized that you fucked up when you asked me the question, and then you told me that's not what that meant.
Equivocal.
So now that you know what I mean by the term irrational,
Was
right, what's the
rationality
response?
equivocal? Equivocal.
What does that have to do with what I said?
Is rationality equivocal meaning There's multiple
I know.
meanings. No, there's only one
Repeating
meaning.
the question is not going to tell. Question is not going to tell me what I said. What I said.
What does rational mean? There's only one objective meaning, which means
you think
it's
objective
the
meaning
ability
exists? What's
to
the argument
judge
for objective
universal
meaning?
truths. Now, that's what rational means.
Just calm down.
For example,
What? Slow down, okay? I know you want to like do this thing where you basically steamroll a bunch of philosophical jargon that you just learned yesterday, but nobody's impressed by it, okay? So we're gonna go one step at a time, okay? So you just made the reason why
spam muted.
fast, okay? So you're committing like a Thanos level threat blunder, right? This is really bad. So you just said that objective meaning. Now, what does it mean for meaning to be objective? What's the argument for that?
Meaning. Now, listen. I'll teach you. Right? Meanings are objective based. Etymology. Now, etymology is connotation in notion from prose and equivocation from Aristotle. Now, as a contextualist, when words can have subjective meanings compared to objective meanings, the objective meaning of a word is its etymology.
What does it mean for meaning to be objective?
The etymology is the objective meaning. It's a criteria that also
answer the question. What does it mean for meaning to be objective?
Equivocation, when there's equivocal senses for one.
Okay, so we have to do this thing where we constantly mute because you can't stop talking and you also don't engage with questions that I'm asking you. Okay, so we're gonna go one step at a time, like I said previously. So we're gonna go very, very fucking slow. Okay? I know you want to do this thing where you basically steamroll, you throw a bunch of words, and you think that throwing a bunch of words makes you sound smart. Except I actually know the words that you're using. You're throwing a bunch of words that you don't know. Okay, so the question I'm asking here is very fucking simple. What does it mean for meaning to be objective? Go ahead and tell us.
Yeah. Are you done?
Answer my question.
Yeah. Okay. X is objective if the meaning is univocal.
That's not what I asked you, dumb fuck.
No.
Try again. Try number 2. The question that I asked you wasn't what it means for something to be objective. I asked you what it means for meaning to be objective, not the definition of what objective is.
This is philosophy 101.
So again, what does it mean for meaning to be? What does it mean for meaning to be objective? Try again.
It means it's univocal. That's what it means.
So you think a univocal term is objective?
It means it's univocal.
Okay, define
so rationality is objective.
Define univocal.
So rationality is univocal word.
Define univocal.
There's only one word. There's only one meaning for rationality.
Univocal.
And it's the ability to judge universal truths. I'll send you books of philosophy.
We have to do the thing again. You have to do the thing again where we have to go back on mute, right? We have to like treat like a kid, okay? So define the term univocal.
X is univocal if the notions of exhaustive are indivisible. I mean, if you exhaustive it, there's only one possible meaning you can get.
What does that mean?
That's what univocal means. Now, if you exhaustive rationality, there's only one indivisible meaning you can get. By
I don't understand. Look, so I don't understand what the fuck you just said.
I'll teach you philosophy, no issue.
You don't have to teach me philosophy. Okay, so look, the thing is that you think that you're so smart, but the thing is that I understand exactly what you're using and what you're saying, right? I understand what univocal. I understand what univocal terms are. I understand what analogical terms are. And I also understand what equivocal terms are. These terms are not impressive. Anybody who knows any basic understanding of philosophy understand what these terms mean. That's not the question that I'm asking you, right? You said that because a meaning, or excuse me, a term rather, is univocal, that means that meaning is objective. And then the motivation that you gave for that was that it has one meaning. Now, even if we're to accept that conclusion, right? Let's just suppose for a second that conclusion was successful. That still wouldn't yield the conclusion that meaning is objective, even if there was one meaning of the term. Okay, so that was an obvious blunder. I don't know if you realize that. I don't know if you know that because you're too busy talking over yourself. You're speaking faster than you can think, right? Now, the question is, what's the argument where, okay, so we'll just do it like this. Okay, so what's the first premise of the argument where its conclusion is such that meaning is objective? What's the first premise?
Okay, are you done?
What's the first premise?
No, I'll teach you, yeah.
First premise, go.
It's Socratic method. The Socratic method is not syllogism.
What's the first premise?
Socratic method is not syllogism.
What's the first premise?
Socratic method is not composed of premises and conclusions. This is a dialectical proposition.
The Socratic, what's the first premise?
Socratic method. It's called Socratic method.
There's no such thing as P1 Socratic method.
There's no such thing as P1 Socratic method, you dummy. There's no such thing as premises in Socratic method.
I'm not saying that Socratic method is
dialogue, right? Now listen, when you said that pro-choice is...
Holy shit, I'm going to give you 3 more tries. And then I'm going to kick you off the panel because you're not here to talk, okay? So I'm asking you very simply. It's very fucking simple. By the way, just mute him until I'm done speaking because he obviously has full control, okay? So I'm not saying that Socratic method is comprised of premises, which is false, by the way. You can actually perform a Socratic method that is entirely comprised of premises, but we're not going to talk about that. The thing that I'm asking you about here is very simple. What's the formal argument, right, where its conclusion is such that meaning is objective? What's the argument?
Yeah, the
By the way,
method.
and by the way,
meant to
before he
surprise-
goes, just calm down. Just
I'm
keep
getting off
going.
again.
By the way, before he goes, I just want to know, this is the sort of argument that he gave, right? So he said that terms are univocal, right? And if a term is univocal, that means that it only has one possible meaning, okay? Now, even if we're to accept that terms are univocal, meaning that they have one possible meaning, wouldn't mean that it is the case that meaning is objective, right? What it means for something to be objective is it exists in a way that doesn't depend on anybody's attitudes about it. That conclusion doesn't substantiate that claim. That conclusion just yields that there's one meaning, not that the meaning is fixed by a stance-independent fact. Okay, so in order for you to give an argument, you'd have to actually give an argument where its conclusion is that the meaning, right, the concept or the property of meaning is fixed by a stance-independent fact.
Don't run.
Did you hear anything I said?
Don't run.
Did you hear anything I said? Yes or no?
Don't run. No one can hear your unintelligible words.
Did you hear anything I said?
You fumbled the bag. You made a blunder.
I didn't fumble anything.
Now, when you said that the rationality is a subjective definition,
so did you hear anything that I said?
You just said rationality was subjective.
So did you say anything?
Rationality was subjective.
So did you hear? I didn't say rationality was subjective. That's a straw man. Never said that. Now, the question that I asked you was, did you hear anything that I said previously? Yes or no?
You said rationality is subjective.
Never said that. Quote me.
Yes, you did. You just said it.
Quote me.
Now, when you say that pro-choice is irrational,
I said that. You said I said
you're saying it's the apophatic sense.
Quote me when I said that.
The truths.
Quote me. You see, the thing about you, the difference between you and me is that the difference between you and me is that you think that speaking fast makes you sound smart, but you can actually keep up with your thoughts. I can keep up with my thoughts far better than you, and I can actually remember everything that I said, right? I'm going to give you one more chance, and if you don't answer this question, we'll move on to the next guest. Okay? So, quote me when I said that rationality was subjective.
Runner. She a runner, she a track star.
Yeah, you've been blown the fuck out. Good try.